Last week I did a post about Anchor. Funny enough, I'm wearing Anchor's headphones right this second. But I said that Anchor was valued at a 3 times profit because I was an idiot and confused, okay? I was looking at the profit in US dollars and then their market cap in Chinese renminbi, meaning I thought they were making about 1 billion in profit because their earnings said 300 million in profit, but that was actually 300 million in the Chinese renminbi, which was 7 to 8 times overvalued. So they're actually only making about 1 billion per year in profit or something like that, something less than that even. And their stock price is something like 5 billion. Anyway, at the end of the day, the number that I was confused about is called PE ratio, price to earnings ratio. And the number that I was figuring out was saying, hey, it's 3 times, but it's not. Their PE ratio, and if you look right on Google, PE ratio is something like 26. So it's priced 26 times their earnings. What does that mean? Well, they profited, let's say, whatever it was. It's not even a billion. It was like something like 300,000, right? 300,000 times 27, and that was their stock price. And that's something you can look at. Amazon's price to earnings ratio is like 105, which is crazy. That means they're priced at 105 times what they make in profit in a year. That means to make back your money, you'd have to ride that way for 105 years. Well, people love Amazon. They don't think it'll ever fail, so they have a 105 price to earnings ratio. Now, when you check a company like Ethereum, which I talk about them a few times, they have $198 million profit last year. Their price to earnings ratio, instead of putting negative or putting some infinity number, they just put it at 0 because it has no earnings. So you have no multiplier on it. It's just put an arbitrary number that people give it, whatever they're going to think it's worth, because it's losing money. Every quarter they're losing money. Every year they're losing money. It's pretty sad. But price to earnings ratio, in fact, one of my, followers or someone who commented on one of my posts said, hey, the PE ratio is right there. It's 26. And I'm like, PE ratio? What? So I was saying Anchor was valued at 3x because I was being an ignoramus talking about 3 times profit because one was in RMB, one was in USD. Guys, that's what happens when you don't understand something. You have like a symbol you don't know, or you get confused, or you make a mistake of actually what you're reading. So you can always check the PE ratio, and that figure will tell you what the company's valued at on the stock market. I'm in a learning phase. It's the first time I hear about this thing. And I'd seen it many times, but it was just totally boop, slipped my mind. It was blank. So luckily I talked about Anchor. Now I've been indoctrinated. I've been edified that you can just look at that number and know what the price to earnings ratio is. Hope that helps you guys. It helps me now understand better this market and public companies and how they are selling, particularly in the e-commerce market where I'm interested in. In fact, I'm going to check out right now. Okay, there is a company called Hamilton Beach. Okay, Hamilton Beach PE ratio. Okay, Hamilton Beach, of course, they are competition, right? But I wonder, what is their PE ratio? Hamilton Beach brands, you just search Hamilton Beach stock, you check it out, their PE ratio is 11. So whatever their profit was, okay, it was probably around maybe 12 million because their market cap, their total value is $149 million. PE ratio is 11. That means they made $149 million divided by 11. That was their profit. They made about $13.5 million in profit and PE ratio. Guys, this is just numbers to look at. If you had a kitchen company right now that went public, well, being on the public stock market at around 11 times earnings is about average. Now, that's because people are not so excited about how that brand is going to do in the future. Anchor, who's similar than a physical products business, they have similar retail and Amazon and different distribution. Well, they're valued at a 26 plus PE ratio. So people are more excited and think that's going to do better than just the earnings it's making now. So that's just something to know about. And I hope that helps you guys out. Peace.